everybody, it's Andrew from Let's Park It. I'm here with my co-host,
I'm Zach.
Zach, and we're here with another episode, episode number 4, I believe, right, Zach?
That's right.
And, yeah, some more news has happened. We're still in the quarantine. How are you doing, Zach? Are you still holding up?
Yep, not much has changed.
Of course, because we're just all stuck at home. I can't say that this episode is going to be the most happiest of all episodes, like certain places that we enjoy. But that's the world we live in now, and we're gonna get through it and that kind of stuff. With that being said, Zach, do we have some good news for everybody? Do we have any sort of bright vibrance in the future? What do we have going for the folks that are listening and watching?
We have one good news article.
Hey, I'll take it. One good news is better than no good news.
Yeah.
But Zach, what is the good news that you talk about?
Well, I don't know if you like churros at the
Which
parks as
I
much as
do.
You do? Okay, good. Because Disney Parks just shared their official churro recipe to help people through COVID-19 closures.
Whoa. So what you're telling me is that I can go to the grocery store, hold on, social distancing. I can go to the grocery store in spurts, grab the ingredients, and make my own churros? Why do I need to go to Disney anymore?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the churros?
Absolutely.
Oh, they are so good.
I haven't had any of the crazy ones Disneyland has, though.
So Disneyland has some crazy churros. And depending on the theme of the, whatever time it is, they usually come up with the crazy ones too. Disneyland, Tokyo had some awesome flavors too that I didn't get to try because the hours that you had to wait, and I said hours, for either popcorn or the snacks churros were insane at Tokyo Disney Sea. It was insane. They had a Infinity Gauntlet one recently in I think it was California Adventure that had I think nerds on it or something. It was purple. That one looked really good, but you can get churros before you even get into the park, which is awesome in Disneyland. There's churro stands. It's
Pre-game with churros as well.
Yeah, you have to pregame the churros. And the fact that they're telling you, hey, this is how you make them is pretty cool. However, we all know it's not going to taste the same. It's like making your own meal at home, but there's some sort of difference when you go somewhere else. You can't make Taco Bell at home. You can't do that.
You can try.
You can try, but it ain't going to be Taco Bell. So I do appreciate that. What's your favorite flavor of churro? So you've only had the cinnamon sugar? Is that what you're saying, Zach?
Yeah, I'm sure I've had a different one at some point in all the years I've been going to the parks, but I just love the classic cinnamon sugar.
It's just so good. It's like all the best things just wound in one. So, yeah, why not have it all the time? It's such a fun thing to have at Disney.
And I'm sure all the ingredients cost the same as one churro.
Oh yeah. You can make probably 45,000 churros for the price of one Disneyland churro at home, and they're like, here's the stuff that you need to do it, and they're like, oh. But at the same time, I will say a little bit of information that I watched the other day is that I saw somebody post a picture of the box of churros that they heat up the churros from at Disney, and it's from somewhere else. So they outsource their churros. They are definitely, yeah. You're selling 10,000 churros a day, of course you're going to outsource them to someone else. So I would love to know how this recipe turns out. So if you guys are listening or watching, and if you try this recipe, let us know how it is. All 4 listeners of you. 7 now.
Video?
Yeah. We should make a video, me and you, It should be a make a churro challenge, and it should be who can make the best churro. Because who would even be judging? It'd be our own selves, and it'd be amazing. We would both vote for ourselves. It would also be hilarious. But basically, here are the ingredients. Oh, so here's the best part about this. Disney sells 5.5 million churros in its parks per year.
Dang.
Holy shit! That is mind-boggling how many churros that is. I don't know the last part. When was the last part? What was the last time you bought a churro? Like, I don't know.
Probably at Horror Nights that weekend.
How much was it?
$8
times 5.5 million.
Yeah.
Whoa. And that's crazy. That's a nuts number. And that's just churros. That's just one item in the parks. There's turkey legs, pickles, everything else. And
I'm gonna pull up a calculator.
do it. Do the math, Zach.
I'm gonna say there's 750. What was the number?
5.5 million. While Zach is doing the math on this, I'm going to tell you the ingredients. What, did you already get it, Zach? What's Okay, going. so pipe in whenever you get it. So the ingredients for the churros are simple as this: 1 cup water, 8 tablespoons of butter, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 3/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon divided, whatever that means. 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3 eggs, 1.5 cups vegetable or canola oil, and 1.5 cups sugar. Sorry. That's a super simple recipe.
It's like all stuff you already have at home.
It is. It's literally that, and it's just dough. It's just fried dough. That's all it is. And then you can definitely go onto the. We'll put links to the show notes in below with this recipe if you guys want to try it at home. Especially if it's on Disney Parks. It's the official one. I'm assuming they're probably leaving a little bit of that extra, spark like Disney magic that they probably add to their churros. However, they could be just normal churros, and we spend way too much money on them because we're at Disney. So, Zach, with that being said, I see that in your eyes. What is the total of how much you think Disney makes per year in their parks on just one churro alone?
So, I'm going by $750 for the price.
Yes.
And it comes out to $41,250,000.
No. What was that number again?
$41,250,000.
What? $40 million on churros. And you're trying to tell me that they can't put a droid in fucking these places and walk them around all the time. They're making $40 million on churros.
And somehow
they're losing money now. I sold all my stock on Disney, but because they went down recently. But dang, $40 million in churros alone? That's one item. One.
Yeah, that's a cheaper item.
Oh yeah. Think about the popcorn buckets that they sell for $20 that I know are like produced for $2 maybe out of China and that kind of stuff. But I digress. We digress. This is a positive thing. They've given us the recipe to the churros so we can enjoy at home.
Or just smuggle some into the park when they open.
We just start selling them outside the park. We're like, yo, who wants churros? Who want in the parking lot? Yeah. We made churros. At $4 instead of $8. What's up?
There we go.
That's how you pay for your entrance into the park. Yeah. So if you guys do make these churros, let us know how they are. We would love to hear from you all.
Sure. Say where the link is. Disney Parks blog.
Yeah, Disney. Oh, yeah, at the Disney Parks blog. We'll make sure we put a link in the show notes and description below and that kind of stuff. Wherever you're listening, whatever. So, this comes the bad part.
Well, this next one's just a weird one.
Wait, which one are we talking about? Bye Burger?
Yeah.
Okay, we knew this one was kind of coming with the whole COVID-19 stuff happening. But we're on Disney Food Blog, which is a great blog. Love the whole entire production they put on there. Their YouTube, everything is amazing. Especially when it comes to food. That's why it's the Disney Food Blog. They are amazing. Um, we've been reported, I think this is today too, on the 7th
Yep.
of April. Because of everything that's happened, Disney has announced that they're probably going to start implementing mandatory temperature checks for security screenings. Um, Zach, what are your thoughts on this?
If it does happen, it's gonna be a clusterfuck.
Yes, I agree with you. There's going to have to be some sort of way. Think of the security line already. It's always a pain in the butt. Um, and all of a sudden you're gonna start screening people. Think about the hot heat of Florida beating down in your forehead. Could be 100 degrees, humid, and they're gonna take some scan and go boop. Your forehead's gonna be the temperature of that
Yeah,
automatically.
yeah. How are they taking this temperature?
That's right. Are
There's
they
there's
gonna?
so many ways you can take your temperature.
There's so many ways, and there's so many ways that it can be inaccurate too. That's the if you have one
Yeah,
of those guns that points at your forehead and scans it, those things have been known to not be
yeah. Or
good.
the in ear ones, those are bad
You
sometimes
can't do
too.
that to you can't do that to people. You can't like I can see the only thing I could see happening is some sort of like a thermometer laser beam temperature, right? That's the only thing because you can't touch people. You can't do any of that. It's
Yeah,
got to be fast. If anything, it's going to be like some sort of flare. Oh, was it fleur? Fleur is the like predator style system where you're
yeah,
like is scanning everyone's body temperature, which might be actually the most cost efficient thing. You can't just go up to every person and go boop boop boop. And then what
yeah,
happens if all of a sudden you have a higher temperature? What happens if your body runs higher? What
yeah.
happens
Exactly.
if you have one day your body decides to say, I am having a higher temperature than normal? They're going to kick you out. You can't go in.
Yeah, and if they are like infected or whatever already, they're already around so many people.
And who's to say they're infected with anything? You can
Yeah,
have a high temperature. My body temperature runs lower. My body temperature is usually about 1% or 1 degree lower than normal. And I know people who run hot too. So it's on both ends. So this is a like I understand the precaution, but where do we draw the line, you know? What is the thing? Is it more of a 9/11 type of situation where we have TSA in order to give us this oh, this is going to go down a deep rabbit hole real quick. um where we have this false sense of protection saying like, okay, we checked all the temperatures, so we're
yeah.
good. I
That's what
mean, what
people want.
I understand wanting safety, and we're gonna want that, of course, but I'm not necessarily sure this is the correct way to do it. And then
No.
what happened? Like, what are they gonna do a year from now? I think this is all gonna you're gonna have it's gonna be hot and heavy for the first 3 months, and then it's gonna be gone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, what else can you do? You can't really tell me that a year from now they're gonna have temperature checks.
And then I was reading on a different article somewhere that they're just doing this so they can open earlier than what, because people are saying to Disney that like you're not going to return to normal for 2 years.
Yeah, so people are freaking out already. And so they're just going to do this in order to get people back into the parks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. I will definitely get my temperature read if I got to go back to the parks. And I know
yeah,
you and I both know we would be like, let's go. Don't care. Read that. Read it. And
yeah.
I'll put dry ice on my forehead. You
Yeah,
know,
there's another
like
thing, you can cheat it.
you can cheat it. You can just take ibuprofen. You can take ibuprofen, and anytime you have a fever, that's literally ibuprofen, aspirin, that kind of stuff. It's all for um, fevers and that kind of stuff. But like, where do you stop after that? You know, like, what happens if you develop a fever inside the park?
Yeah.
You know,
They're gonna
and
check you
then
when you're leaving too.
yeah, like also like it's a well confined situation, so there's definitely going to be things we need to like can discuss later on where it's like we can't do 6 feet apart in the park. There's no way.
No way.
There's absolutely no way. Think about any cute line ever. Just
Yeah. Or the
cram shorty
fireworks show. The hub is packed.
packed. Remember we when we if you watch back in our blog in our vlogs when we went to I don't know if I ever posted that, but when we went to Rise of the Resistance for opening, it was packed with people, packed. But that's just life, you know. We have to deal with these things, and you know, hopefully everyone has the ability to realize that maybe they shouldn't go to the park when they're sick. That I think should be the more opening, the eye-opening thing is if you're not feeling well, you're under the weather, maybe don't go to the park. Go a different day if you can. I get it. Vacations happen and people get sick, but I don't think Disney's the best place to go to when you're sick.
No. But then you get the people like, I paid this money. I'm going. You get those
It,
people.
yeah, but at the same time, I've never wanted to go to Disney when I'm sick, and I do. For me personally, I've had and I know you when you were living in Orlando have had the privilege of being able to go whenever we want. But even if I've been sick in Orlando when I've gone or somewhere else on vacation, I try to take those days off. I don't want to go into the park being sick and feeling bad. No
Yeah.
one, no one wants to go to a theme park and not have fun. So, you know, it's a good precaution to take, but I think it's on us more than anything to
Yeah.
make sure that we do our part rather than like it's a good step forward, and I think Disney wants to open and they want to ensure that everything happens and they're taking every precaution in order to do that.
Just giving people that peace of mind.
Yeah, it is 100%. But it's also on us. I think we got to be the people to say just because we can doesn't mean we should, you
Yep.
know? Anyways, I also love that Bob Iger, who decided to be like, hey, everybody, I'm out of here, is still like, yo, I'm holding shit down. I got this. The other
Yeah.
Bob, he don't know shit yet, so what's up? It's so fun. I just love that. I want Bob Iger forever, though. That's the. He bought everything up. He bought Marvel. He bought Pixar, right? He bought Pixar.
I
He
think. Yeah, I think
he
he's been that in there that long.
yeah, and he decided to take all the theme parks. Well, the other Bob was the theme park guy,
Yeah.
but
And then Fox. And,
Mhm. Took all the IPs, said you're welcome, and then was like
caught wind
deuces,
of the corona and was like, here you go. Someone else
deuces.
can take care of this.
Isn't that weird though? Too conspiracy theories to all you all out there. He just like he was on his way out. He wanted to see like all the Star Wars stuff done with theme parks, but it was just very convenient that he stepped out right before all this stuff went down. Like right before, not even like it was like a month before. Boop, see you later, and all of a sudden we're like freaking out. So
Yep.
he left his legacy. I don't want to go conspiracy theory on anything, but that's a little bit convenient if you ask
Be a
me.
different episode. Disney
That's a
conspiracy theories.
Oh, that's definitely what we need to do. We need to go into that. Maybe we just have to research that and do that later tonight. I'm all about that. Anyways, okay. So with that being said, let's go into the next article. What we got next? Zach. Uh go on.
So let's hop over to Disneyland.
Oh, my our neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though that last one was all Disney.
it was all Disney, yeah. But now we're
Um,
going on to Disneyland.
so
What we
they've been
got
doing-
going on?
They've been doing the Disneyland After Dark events, and they
Which have been
one-
very popular, super popular.
yeah, selling out every time.
Super popular. The best
Right.
popular. Most of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the 80s night so bad it wasn't even funny. I think I tried to convince you to go to it or something, but It just seems so fun. The only problem with these nights is that they're in Disneyland, and Disneyland doesn't serve booze. So why do I want to go to any of these events if I can't drink alcohol at nighttime? I
Yeah,
understand they got all this other stuff going on, but like, I know you and I both, we just want to drink when we're having fun and that kind of stuff.
yeah.
But so what happened, Zach?
So they had Villains Night scheduled for April 30th, and it has been postponed to a new date, but that date hasn't been announced yet.
They'll still have it, which is awesome. But this one I was looking forward to as well. I actually was going to try and get tickets to this one because they usually sell out pretty quickly.
Yeah,
But the villains, like that's something you don't see in the parks.
yeah. I know in Disney World they had a Villains Weekend a couple times, I think.
Mm.
So this is probably about the same thing, but with the whole park. Because I know in Disney World it was like an area.
Oh, okay. So what did they do in Disney World? It was an area of it was during the weekend, right?
Yeah, it was
A
like
whole weekend?
the Star Wars weekends that they used to have, but
Oh, yeah.
they're theming them, I guess. But I guess
Yeah.
it was a whole building by itself. They had a villains dance party. They had characters come out, special foods, special drinks.
I mean, that sounds awesome. That's like, and that's what they're doing with this, but it's like what, 4 hours? I think it's from like 8 to midnight or something like that. And it's $100 and something dollars. It's a decent price. And at the top of that, it's not. A lot of people are. This is selling out, so it's not that you're getting exclusive access. You're still there with a lot of people, but the fact that you can take pictures with your favorite villains and that kind of stuff with these different themes is really cool. It's sad that they have to, of course, it's April 30th, so it's like on that cusp of we're not opening yet because of the quarantine. But we're like right there where we might open like pretty much 2 days later. It could
Yeah,
be. I don't think they're gonna, but you never know.
no way.
No, there's no way. I don't think they're opening till June. That's my. That's so sad to say.
I don't think they're gonna open till fall.
Really? Whoa! Hold
Yeah.
on. That's the next episode we need to talk about. Um, we're gonna record that after this. So stay tuned for predictions on when they're gonna open, and then what else were we just talking about? What was the other
Conspiracy
thing?
theories.
And conspiracy theories, which go hand in hand. Um, it does think that they have to do this though, because these nights are so cool, and they do bring a lot of like energy to the park, and it's cool to see Disney in a different light. Like the '80s night, you got to see so many cool people dressed up and doing kind of different kinds of things. Um,
Yeah, if they do a '90s night, I'm coming down.
well, I mean, they just did one. Well, I think it was last year, or maybe it was during. They did Powerline and the whole entire like Goofy movie
Yeah,
stuff. That was last year, I'm pretty sure. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like those are the costumes and characters you don't get to see.
oh yeah.
Tailspin, that kind of
Darkwing
stuff.
Duck.
Darkwing Duck, gargoyles. There's all kinds of crazy things you don't get to see. But villains would have been amazing. That would have been so cool. I'm hoping they still open it up. And then right now, luckily though, if you purchase a ticket, you automatically be able to reschedule, which is really neat. So that's good on Disney. Um, yeah, we got to go to this one. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I really do think they need to start doing stuff in California Adventure based on the booze alone, because it's all adults going to these things. What do
Oh
adults
yeah.
want? Or at least say like, hey, well, we understand that like you had a dry park, but guess what? It's 2020. It's about 60 years later, and we have booze in the park now, just in one cantina. Let's just
Booze
kind
is what
of
makes the money.
that's what makes the money, and that's what makes people happy, especially in a quarantine lockdown. Oh yeah. So hopefully you get it figured out. The villains night's gonna be cool. Just being able to take pictures with all your favorite villains, which I think would be amazing. What else is next, Zach? What do we got?
Uh, Going back to Disney World, um, another article on Disney Food Blog.
Oh yeah, this is all you.
It says 6 surprising restaurant menu changes Disney World is rolling out now.
All right,
Even though
list
they're
them.
closed, they have price. jumps and a couple decreases.
What we got?
Uh, First one is at the Ale and Compass Lounge, which is off site of the yacht club.
I've never been there.
I haven't either.
I never knew this place existed, actually.
Yeah, there's so much stuff around like the hotels and stuff you never know about.
Yeah, like there's just certain things that you don't know about that are on like this side or that side or like miles down the road.
Yeah.
What happened? What do we got?
So they have alcohol increase their prices.
An increase in price?
Yeah, glasses of wine are to be approximately $2 more. Yeah, bot- bottles of wine are $4 to $6 per bottle more.
I mean, that's okay, whatever. That's just Disney, but two
Um,
bucks. Keep going.
Beers ranged from no change in price to an increase of $1.
Mm-mm. Don't like that.
Non-alcoholic mixed drinks went up 50 cents, and a number of cocktails increased by $2 to $2.50.
Cocktails went up $2.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to go to this place. It's got.
I I'm thinking it's their specialty cocktails.
It doesn't matter. It's all the
Yeah.
same booze inside there. It's not like you're. I'm not. It's like I'm drinking some sort of 75-year-old blah 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 blah. You're drinking well this and well that. $2.
Yep. And next
Oh,
one
keep.
is
Yeah,
at the Brown Derby Lounge in Hollywood Studios.
which is in
Um,
the park. Which is in the
yeah,
park.
in the park. Um, I guess they took margaritas off their menu.
So tequila.
Yeah, I guess. Um, and then price increases again, approximately $1 to $2 per beverage.
I don't understand why they're going up. That doesn't make any sense, especially in a time where no one's able to go to the parks. Why are they releasing this information too? Like, we can't go to the parks. Why are you increasing the pricing?
Yeah. The next one is for Jock Lindsay's.
Hmm, that one hurts. That one
Yeah.
hurts right there. Okay,
This one has
here. Let's see here. I don't.
this one. The last thing that's written here kind of bums me out, but some of these changes were minor, like the Safari Sangria with an increase of 25 cents,
That's whatever. That's fine. No one cares about that.
um, and then a price decrease. Um, says if you're a fan of the Hale Marty, which is a Colonel E.H. Taylor Jr. single barrel straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
Which I am.
The drink previously cost $23, but has dropped by $4, so now
First
costs
off,
$19.
let's just hold on. Let me just wrap my head around $23 for a drink. Like I've definitely played Disney prices before, where I'm like, this is ridiculous. One, the cantina. So for them to come down on price, which is awesome, so that means no one was ordering it. No one was
Yeah,
getting it. That's
it's just like
fine.
a little thing of whiskey.
You're like, I can get this at home. I can buy the whole bottle for $23.
Yeah, probably.
But I do see something that's very disappointing right now. So what
In
is that,
the Jock
Zach?
Lindsay's,
Yeah.
the cool-headed monkey is not on the menu
But what
anymore.
was the cool-headed monkey?
It's a rum punch that was in a monkey head souvenir
But
cup.
why?
That was like their flagship drink.
Yeah, so you go to an Indiana Jones bar to drink or eat a monkey brains because that's what you think about when you're like, oh, you like monkey brains, and then you're like, hey, and you want to drink out of that, and you're taking that away from us. I
Yeah.
don't know what did PETA come along? What happened? Like, I don't understand that. Like, something happened for people to be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Maybe they ran out of the souvenir glasses, but even then, like you still have the drink.
Yeah. I mean, the drink, it's a rum punch. It's
You could
going to be
probably still order
delicious.
it. They'll probably still make it for you.
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. That's sad, though. All right, what else we
Um,
got? What else? Depressing
that's
news.
that's kind of the only thing. Unless you Barks root beer got removed from some menus.
That's weird. That must
Uh,
be some. That's weird.
Yeah, Minute Maid Light was replaced with Minute Maid Zero Sugar.
Pow, pow, pow. That just seems like the same thing, just different name.
Yeah. Tusker House, these drink menu changes.
Never been there either.
Yeah, it's a character buffet in Animal Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Some of the drinks are missing, like the African margarita and Lost on Safari.
Hmm.
Which looks like they were their specialty cocktails.
That's weird. So just
But
like just some things are so basically some things are moved here and there. Nothing
yeah,
crazy except for that whole entire um the frozen monkey brain drink type of situation is gone
yeah.
now.
But that's about it. And hopefully the price increases don't happen through the whole park.
Let's hope not. Let's hope they don't say, "Well, we didn't have any money during this time, so we're gonna try to make more money for for the booze." That would suck for everybody because they do make some delicious drinks in Disney. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. We've definitely had some great drinks there. I think we have one more last bit of news that's not Disney related, but it's Universal related. It's also not good news. It seems Universal Singapore is, as effective yesterday, the 6th, is now temporarily closed until um, Monday, May 4th, which is also, kind of going along with the lines of everything else that's going on in the world, but also kind of crazy since, like, this is like the last one to get.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was still open.
Yeah, they're like I can't believe they are, especially with Singapore.
Should have booked a
Um,
flight.
we could have been in Singapore this whole entire month, and we've been like, yeah, whatever. However, I don't think Singapore Universal has anything that's different.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course it'd be Singapore. I don't know, but so it seems like they've definitely shut down for the next month. Good for them. Hopefully they're able to open up right away. Let's hope everything opens up right away. Let's cross our fingers. But anyways, there's suspension on non-essential businesses and that kind of stuff happening in Singapore. Attractions, museums, casinos. So of course they're gonna shut down. It's just what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's sad that this is happening, but it's also good because we don't want everyone in there. So as long as we just hold down for a while, we'll go back to the parks pretty soon, hopefully. Um, that's all we want, We just want to go back to the parks, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have anything else to talk about? I think that was it. That was enough of that bad news Bears stuff. Zach, do you have anything else to chat about? Anything else to say?
No, I think that was it. Until we
I
get some
think
more bad news, then later in the
yeah,
week.
I'm sure tomorrow we'll have some more bad news. With that being said, everybody, if you're listening, please subscribe. We're on everything ever, all of the places that you find your podcast. If you're online on YouTube, make sure to comment, subscribe, tell us what you want to hear about below because we're not just talking about news, we're talking about everything else. We definitely want to bring you guys some bright and happy stuff. There should be the best top 5 Disney World coming soon, probably right after this, episode 5. So we're excited to do that. Probably do some other stuff pretty soon here. We got to come up with some other things. Maybe even I would love to do a drunken just discussion on everything that's fun.
Do that
Um,
for a conspiracy theory one.
with that conspiracy theory could do really well, I think, with nobody ever. um, with that being said, make sure, like I said, comment, subscribe, that all kinds of stuff. Other than that, Zach, you know what time it is. What do we gotta do?
Let's park it.
Let's park it. Peace, guys.